Join us on our 6-night trip to sunny Spain, where we spend our first 2 nights in Malaga and walk along the Caminito del Rey. Then we take the train to the beautiful city of Granada for 3 nights, before returning back to Malaga for 1 more night. We arrived at 9:30 p.m. and checked into our apartment in the Soho district of the city. We bought supplies just before the supermarket closed, had something to eat, and then went to bed in anticipation of the next day's adventure. Next morning, we had a 10-minute walk from our apartment to the train station, where we boarded the 9:43 train to El Chorro. Once in El Chorro, you take the shuttle bus to the start point of the Caminito del Rey walking trail. The buses run every 30 minutes and cost €2.50, paying the driver the correct amount in cash. It is advisable to book tickets well in advance of your trip, as they sell out very quickly. Also allow plenty of time to get to the start, as you will be allocated a specific time slot. If I remember correctly, ours were booked for 12:30. Tickets cost €10 each for the self-guided walk. I will put a link in the description below, detailing everything you need to know about this spectacular trail. We thoroughly enjoyed the trail, which wasn't as scary as it looks. We had time for a couple of beers before catching the train back to Malaga, where we would spend 1 more night before continuing our journey to Granada. We had stayed in Malaga before, so we're eager to get going the next morning. We boarded the train just before 9:30 and arrived in Granada an hour and 15 minutes later. We always travel lightly and on a budget, so took a 30-minute walk to our apartment, where we dropped off our bags, then headed straight up to Mirador de San Nicolas for fantastic views of the Alhambra. We strolled down the Carrera del Darro, a historic, picturesque street at the foot of the Alhambra, and then had empanadas for lunch, overlooking Plaza Nueva, the city's oldest and most central square. Then we explored the Alcazaria, a maze of shops, selling crafts, ceramics and souvenirs near the cathedral, before finishing off the day with a fantastic sunset back at the Mirador San Nicolas. Day 3 was all about the Alhambra. Tickets absolutely need to be booked months in advance. A general ticket costs €22 to visit the whole site, with a timed entry slot for the Nasrid palaces. We spent the whole afternoon exploring this amazing place, with its intricate architecture, beautiful courtyards, lush gardens, and fabulous views over the city. Later that evening, we saw another beautiful sunset, this time from our roof terrace. Then we went out to watch a flamenco show. It was an incredible experience, the passion and energy of the dancers, coupled with great guitar playing and singers. We definitely recommend catching this show if you can. The next morning, we relaxed on our roof terrace, soaking up some Spanish sun. Then after lunch, we walked through Sacromonte, the gypsy quarter on the eastern edge of the city, famous for its cave dwellings that are carved into the hillside. We carried on walking down the street towards the countryside, where we came across this lovely old house, decorated with ceramic plates. Very pretty. Then we continued along the winding road, which had amazing views of the snow-capped mountains in the distance and brought us to Sacromonte Abbey. It took about an hour to complete the walk, and we decided to head back up to this area in the evening for drinks in one of the cave bars. We were sorry to be leaving beautiful Granada. We had originally planned to stay for 4 nights, but unfortunately Ryanair had changed our flight time from an early evening to an early morning, so we thought it would be best to get back to Malaga for our final night, so that we wouldn't miss our flight home. After saying our goodbyes to this wonderful city, we boarded the train again, and after checking into our room, took a lovely stroll along Playa de la Misericordia, before rounding off the evening with a lovely Italian meal at a nearby restaurant, and set about making plans for our next adventure.